the world for years.
I think we're a bit like
While you just stayed in your room.
I saw the crescent.
The crescent.
I think we're all good. To go. Let's have a wee look here. See it's saying live. Super
Right.
live.
Take it away.
Take it away.
We're on.
I pictured a rainbow.
You held it in your hands.
I thought you were going for that then.
Oh. You saw the plans. I wandered out in the world for years. While you just stayed in your room. I saw the crescent. Ooh. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. Hey, yeah!
You are there in the turnstiles with the wind at your heels. You stretch for the stars and you know how it feels to reach too high.
Too far. Too soon. You saw the whole of the moon.
I spoke about the wings. Fuck it. Quit it.
We'll fade it.
Why you filled the
I
sky.
was dumbfounded by truth.
You cut through
I
lies.
saw the rain dirty valley.
You saw Brigadoon.
That's enough.
Quality, man.
Made a right cunt myself there, didn't I?
Nah, you fucked it there. It wasn't your best. It's not bad.
Made a right cunt.
We need to get back to the X Factor. They never actually replied to me.
They fucking bother. They say no these chances again.
It's been a while.
Fuck's sake, they've been here 3 times.
One day, get a shot.
All we're wanting is a shot of the TV, that's it. Ken. Just sing for
Let us
Simon
go
and
that far.
That's it, let us go that far. And Ken, we were meant to go that far before until
Yeah.
Simon's mum fucking had to pop her clogs. You know what I mean?
Aye.
At least that's my excuse. I've always stuck to that. I think that's what it was though. 'Cause that shit did
I mean,
recording
it was probably a factor.
It was 100% because they had to quit recording for 2
Aye.
weeks, and then when else are they going to stop? When else are they going to cancel the day before?
That's true. It was bad the way they
in
done it.
London, in front of Simon and that. They
It was
cancelled
bad.
the day before.
Sorry, I missed some of that. What actually
With
happened?
the X Factor.
So mind we got through so far.
Aye.
And we actually got through like the first 2 or 3 rounds, and then we got the official edition in front of Simon, Nicole Chesney and all that kind of shit.
We sailed through the first few rounds,
So
to be honest. It
we
wasn't even
sailed
bad.
through. They
Fucking
loved
wasn't
it.
even
They were
Aye.
actually blown away basically.
Ah.
Ken, they'd actually said, they're like, look, he's only the best singers here, but this is just wow. Ken,
Aye,
he's
just
got that X factor. You know what I mean? It's
Just
not
wow.
It's not just a talent competition.
Aye.
You have that kind of vibe.
There's a
and that, you know what I mean?
factor there. I don't know if it's X, but there's definitely some sort of factor going on.
And we fucking we did. We sailed through it. Mind there was better singers than us, far better singers than
there
us
was.
that were getting.
In terms of the
knocked back.
total package,
Total package,
Nah.
that's what we had. So
It's not singing as you said, it's not singing
it's an
competition,
X
is it?
factor, you know what I mean? And we're not terribly bad, but we're not terribly good. We're not fantastic.
we had a
so-
mix of hip hop, so we were bringing all cultures. We were bringing
Aye.
all age groups. We had a mixture of everything. 1 minute we're singing fucking the Mamas and Papas, California Dreaming. Next thing we're busting
That's
into
right.
Tupac,
That's
out on
right.
bail, fresh out of jail.
And
I
then
Need
there
a
was a
Dollar.
bit-
Then
I
we're
Need a
going
Dollar.
back. We've got Eric B and Rakim rap. I mean, who can merge those
Old
songs?
school grimy shit.
Old,
you know what I
old
mean?
school,
Like,
that old school real shit,
grimy shit,
and New
man.
York, and New York
Yeah,
street
gangster
shit.
But and then obviously the day before
Thinking
we were
of a
actually,
master plan.
The day before we were actually due to go down,
Aye.
that's when they cancelled it because just so happened.
Lucky we hadn't booked the hotel. We weren't planning on going down anyway. To be fair, we
No,
had
but
that.
we were going to take the car if you remember.
I
certainly was anyway.
I'd
Why
already
would you not
taken
went in? That's what we're.
It was starting to cost a fortune, though. It was starting to cost.
That was about £2 even that fuel money between the
Times
two.
were hard at the time. The times were hard. You'd have had to tap me.
You give me that a chance at that. I'll be straight in there singing.
No, I went, but times were hard. I didn't have the money at the time, to be honest.
We've
To be
got the
flying
next
down.
best thing. We've got that picture as that Nimmy photoshopped of us dancing and singing. Everyone's still actually saying, I can't believe you're a pint.
You had a pint on the X Factor.
That's an old photo of me and Mop the karaoke night. It was the Cairns, so I got a pint in the hand singing on the mic, and then he's photoshopped it perfectly. You've seen the photo?
I've seen it. It's brilliant.
But like, fuck's sake, mate, you got a pint in your hand singing beside it.
See, because of the way they treated us, I was pissed right off. I'd been emailing back and forth with them for ages, and I'd been doing like quite professional emails at the bottom.
I think see if we'd have stuck with the story that we had booked our hotel and we'd booked our
we'd have got a shot.
We would have got the shot, but because you said look, it doesn't really, we were going to drive down anyway, we just cancelled it.
So they cancelled on us anyway, but then what I done was I thought fuck these cunts, so I just started them at work. So I just put my phone, I sent them a wee email and put my phone in flight mode. So I sent them a wee email just saying, listen, the Singing Ninjas have arrived at our hotel and we cannot wait to perform for you this afternoon. That's right. And
that's right. I remember they started phoning you and then they started phoning me.
And then I turned off my phone and just let them panic. Do you know what I mean? I just let them panic. I turned off my phone and just thought I'll just leave them to fucking scramble about and try and email people and think, oh no, we're going to get sued or whatever. And then they started phoning Calum. Calum was none the wiser that I had emailed them this. So they're phoning Calum saying, are you guys in your hotel? Like, I mean, if you're here, you could just come along, I suppose.
You should come along. I'm booking with didn't we should have just went to. Just arrived.
Next time.
Pursued that
I mean, we've only got better.
To be fair, we've got fucking 2 songs now. We need to get some new material.
We need some new
We really need to. But I've been doing the guitar lessons.
That's right.
I mean? So at least if I can strum while you rap, and I do a bit of
You're
singing.
not bad at the strumming yourself.
I like a bit of strumming. As long as I've got that plectrum, I'm
take
all
it to
good.
the next time.
Oh damn!
Gently strum those strings.
Strum the strings for that plectrum.
Oh man, I had a bit of karaoke this weekend too. My new karaoke partner in crime, Jimmy.
Guys.
Me and Jimmy went down. Me and Jimmy were doing it at Polaris.
Oh right, was he singing too? Was he?
Aye, Jimmy McCallum for training. We went down and we were at. We stopped off in Blackpool. Do you know what it is? I was driving down and I looked on my wee sat nav. I says, fucking Blackpool's 15 minutes off the track here. You know what I mean? So I says, let's go. Went to Blackpool.
The wee bar you go down the stairs, the karaoke one.
We found another one actually. We never went to that one this time because remember he ripped us off. So I was scared to go there. I thought I'll lose the heat with her and fucking she's not got her video. You know what I mean?
I think she would have been out 4 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. though. We paid good money for that video. It didn't work. Fucking raging.
Are you gonna go back?
Aye, fucking gives my video back.
We kept
I was furious. I was phoning them and everything. I was furious. It was our best performance ever.
It was our best, but the whole place just
fucking round of applause, man. Honestly,
nobody could believe it.
Couldn't believe it. Lassies were flinging their pants at us and everything. It was unbelievable. I could not believe it.
You're catching them your teeth.
Still managing to sing perfectly. Pitch perfect, catching.
I'm fucking putting my socks back in there.
Catching wet panties in your teeth.
It's frightening.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
I was there. I wish I saw the DVD, to be honest.
Exactly. That's why we wanted the DVD.
That's a sight never.
Perfect catch.
Just give you a blank DVD.
We jumped out. I was putting everybody's head away with the pictures. I stopped in Blackpool, put up the picture saying in Paris, and everybody's liking it. And that. And then the next one was like Santa Monica.
Aye, the Eiffel Tower.
Aye. And I put up one up with the beach in the background saying in Santa Monica now with the wee pier. And folk are saying, "Is that you away your holidays again?" And that fucking messaging me, "Is that you away to California again? You lucky bastard."
Legit, by the way.
It was nice.
I actually did look like Santa Monica.
It's funny, I just put everybody's head away, but
mind we went down there for Big Rab's stag do.
I missed it, remember?
Oh, that's right.
I missed it.
Cornering somebody with you.
Mm-hmm.
Were you? Were you fighting?
I was on holiday.
On holiday. Stevie was cornering somebody. I'm sure it was. That's how Stevie missed it.
Stevie let him down.
Stevie let him right down.
Stevie let him down.
Rab wasn't happy with that, was he?
He wasn't happy with him.
Taking Stevie out of the world.
I know. Fucking took him to Russia and everything. Came to the stag do. They fucking.
The stag. Fucking Stevie patched him, man.
Stevie, mate. What was it? It was like to get on Cage Warriors or on top or something at the time, eh?
Aye.
It was.
So he could get the corner pass.
He fucking patched it.
Done a serious number on Rab.
That was bad, like.
Serious number.
If that was Rab, I wouldn't forgive him for it.
I wouldn't never forgive him for that. Don't know how he's ever managed to get over it, to be honest. Stevie feels bad about that.
He does feel bad. I felt really bad about that. You just make him feel worse.
I had to get that corner pass, bro.
Aye. Just too desperate to corner.
I've seen him on Facebook today actually after the Celtic Rangers game.
I know, man. I can help that teddy bears.
I had the bin today. I was at the safari park, but to be honest, I thought it'd be a fucking gubbin anyway. That's why I didn't even bother watching.
Does it matter at this stage? Is
What is it? 2-0.
Is it a new league now started, or is Celtic already won the league, or what's the crack?
I think.
Or is that a cup game, or?
No, I think that's. I think that just delays Celtic winning it basically.
The inevitable. Delays the
I didn't
inevitable.
follow that much, to be honest.
Three. I didn't follow football at all
I
either.
just pretend I support Rangers just to win Stevie.
I supported Rangers all my days. Like, the past few fucking 4 years or so, I've just not been.
I will say one thing, I'm the only one that supported Celtic all my days in this family.
You're right.
No.
Stevie, what was
What do you mean by
that?
that? I laugh at that.
I'll just leave it at that.
Stevie used to have the Rangers clubs, did he?
No, Barry used to support Leeds and shit.
I've supported tons of teams. Man City, Leeds, Southampton.
Just whoever was winning.
Just I like
It wasn't
if I liked a player,
It wasn't
then I
even
liked
who
the
was
team that they
winning.
played in.
Barry wasn't even like who was winning. Barry was supporting all these obscure teams that never won a game all season and that. It was just random as fuck.
Stay at Sheffield Wednesday.
Aye,
Hoping
honestly.
they'd fucking come out the
I respected him for that, to be fair, because
I had a Motherwell top as well. I don't know.
Mind a
I
few
think I
years ago,
liked it. I
some
liked-
guy put £100 on Leicester winning the league.
Aye.
Leicester winning the Premiership.
Aye, and
And
they
they came
did as well.
fucking beat Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, everyone. Fucking won the Premiership. I think the boy must have got about 1,000 to 1 or something like that. 100 quid in it, 100 grand back.
Aye, that was
Aye.
amazing actually. I
Aye,
mind that year.
serious.
I was a Leicester supporter at my work. And
Oh.
I was like,
I think they're relegated. Fucking they're just plummeting. That's their time to shine. They got that moment of fame and they're fucking
weird,
plummeting.
eh?
Mad, man.
It's crazy that would happen. But I can't remember. My dad just sat me down. He must have done something quite smart, because either way he was like, so if Celtic, Man United, they end up talking me into supporting the two. And I just stuck with him. I used to like Man United better. I like Peter Schmeichel. He had the cool haircut and that when I was a wee boy. But that's the only thing I really knew.
That was
about
all.
football.
Used to get coached Schmeichel back in the day.
I supported Liverpool because Mum was for Liverpool, my nan and grand's for Liverpool. That.
aye.
But then I was like, and then I supported Chelsea because I was a Rangers fan.
And you thought that was the right thing to
I
do.
supported Chelsea. I was a Chelsea and Liverpool fan. I had two English teams. And then I quite like Man United too, because Monk was like Man United. He used to fucking invent it.
I was writing in the Man United.
So I just liked all the.
I can still mind the old song. Oh no, that was a different song. But
Who was it when we used to support Rangers and Celtic? Who just support Rangers and Celtic?
no, somebody supported both. No way.
I can't read it.
Rangers and Celtic.
I support two teams.
It couldn't be me, to be honest.
Rangers and Celtic.
Rangers and Celtic. That's
Something for
brilliant.
$1. I can't remember who it was.
That's
Glasgow
funny.
neutral.
That's hilarious, man. I respect the folk that support the smaller teams and that. Like, Gaz supports Alloa.
Aye, that's right.
He's always been a big Alloa fan. But I stopped off in Blackpool for a wee crack. Had a karaoke there and that was decent.
So the show, how was the show running, or what was the crack with it?
The Polaris thing.
Aye, start from scratch.
Alright, so we headed down. Man, I thought I'd fucked it. I got down there, and by the time I got
What
down,
weight was it? Under
open weight.
Oh, open weight, sorry, that's right.
Aye, open weight. So by the time I got down, I was absolutely fucking knackered, shattered. I'd got a hotel for the night before, so slept. As soon as I got I was thinking like maybe I got a night out or something, but as soon as I lay down, I was like, nah, fuck this. Went straight to sleep. I was just exhausted. But I'd got the late checkout, so I got a proper lie in. Like I got up for breakfast, went back to sleep, slept till like 1 o'clock.
Time did the show start? 2.
2, aye. So
And when was your first match?
it wasn't until 3.
3 o'clock.
So I turned up there at 2, and I'm like,
Did you actually warm up this time, or did you
I never warm up. Nah, I never warm up. Nah, I just if the guy's going to be better than you, he's going to be better than you. That's it. Do you know what I mean? If he's that much fucking better than me, I can't control him and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? Like,
some guys like to warm up. I like to stretch more.
I stretch. I'll do a couple of lunges. I'll do a wee squat.
Just to really open my muscles, open the muscles up, dynamic shit. Really.
I done a couple of stretches. But fucking basically, I turn up to the arena and I'm like, shit. I've just realised I have no fucking idea like what I'm meant to do now. So I got to the arena and I'm like, and it was this big massive expo that was on. So it's like the Body Power Expo. So it's just like fitness people everywhere. See, to be honest, I've never ever seen so many good looking women in my life.
Aye.
It's absolutely frightening.
Or the bikini models and
Just
shit like that.
beautiful women everywhere. Like fucking 9s and 10s just walking about everywhere. And then big roided up guys with tiny wee legs.
Chicken legs.
Aye, wee chicken legs, big roided up guys with huge upper bodies with attitude problems, like walking about all angry, walking past Dan Hardy and not even realising like fucking that guy's like a hard motherfucker. Do you know what I mean? Like walking past John Jones and think he's a dafty.
Aye, that's what they come to like, isn't they?
Oh, it was embarrassing. Like it was honestly, it was so cringy. But the women were beautiful, man. So that was that, and then so then I realised like shit, what am I about to do? So I asked a couple of security guard guys, and I couldn't. Nobody knew what was on. But the British Open was on, the BJJ British Open, Brawler Steamers one. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, shit, right? So maybe it'll be there. So I get in there and I went up and I'm like, do you know about the Polaris qualifiers? Nah, nobody knew anything. I was like, what? What's going on here? He says you can do this if you want. I'm like, I've not got a gear with me.
Did you have to check into the venue like the night before?
Nah, it's open weight, so.
So you just turned up an hour before your match?
Turned up an hour before my match, so I'm running about, and at this point I'm starting to panic.
Oh, you think if
I
you
thought
got the right venue, then
I thought somebody's going to like know what to do. So then anyway, I end up phoning I checked my junk emails, and a couple of emails had come through to my junk with a contact number. So I phoned the contact number. The guy come and met me. He got us our passes and that, and then we went in. Right away, fucking Dan Hardy's there, and I was like, do you know that way where obviously like I've seen him on the telly for years, but I've never actually met Dan Hardy before. But because you've seen him on the telly for years, you're like, all right, Dan, fucking nice to meet you and that, how's it going? So like kind of talking to him as if you know him, sort of thing. Aye. And he's probably gets that all the time, so he's just been like, all right mate, oh great to see you again and that.
I'm not sure if he's actually met you before.
That's what I was going to say, like that he probably meets that many people that he doesn't want to come across as ignorant. Like you get that, like, so he's probably just been, all right mate, how you doing?
That's what they say.
Basically.
That's what they say about all the celebrities. They're trying to say nice to see you all the time because they meet that many people on a daily basis. But
I'll tell you what, he was a fucking really nice guy, man. Like genuinely, you could just tell he's actually a really, really good person, eh? Really, really friendly. Like actually chatting away, just saying, "Aye, so what's happening for you today? Who's your first match?" And that, like really dead interested in two-way conversations. You know, I said, "What's happening with you now?" I was talking to him about the 10th planet and stuff when he was out there. He got his purple out there and stuff years ago. So I was
just trained with Sean, didn't he?
I didn't ask him about that, man, so that never came up. But when he was there, I was chatting to him about just, he was like, he said he was at Eddie's and stuff like that for a while.
That's right, he was a purple belt there.
Man, he was just really, really sound, and all the guys were really sound actually. Like, so we were all kind of just sitting at. I went right away when everybody came in. We were shaking hands and all that. I think there was one foreign guy that was angry as fuck. He had the pit bull gear on.
Pole.
What's that?
A pole.
I don't know where he was from. He was definitely from one. Aye, but he was fucking so angry, man, and he disappeared right after his match, man. But he was about the only guy that wasn't really like being all friendly with everybody.
Just raging.
He seemed really angry, man. So I was first up. I had the very first match, man. And
so it was just one mat.
Well, it's one big mat, and then that was it. It was it was like a huge mat.
So there wasn't like two matches going on at once.
No, just one. I won. Everybody watching the one, you know.
Oh, right, that's
cool, it was cool, man, because it was like an expo.
Big crowd, aye.
So there was people all around it, kind of thing. It was quite cool. But there was all sorts of shit going on. Mm-hmm. Like there was, protein shakes getting sold here and there, and big mad expo thing. So loads of folks, when they seen it was starting, they all came over. I got to speak to the promoter, Matt. He was really, really nice guy.
Did you speak to your opponent beforehand? Or
I just went up. I heard him talk. I think he said something about like he's like, "There's no way I'm getting tapped from a brown belt" or something. I heard it was quite funny. They all seemed to.
Said that to you?
No, I didn't say it. I'm sure I heard him say that to somebody else, and I thought, "I fucking will see." I was like, but he was pretty good, man. I think all the guys kind of knew each other. Like they're all probably the top guys in the scene, and they all kind of knew each other. And a few of them were nice to me. Like they came up and they said, "Look, I've watched some of your stuff and that. You're good." Do you know what I mean? So I was like, the main worry I had beforehand was like, right, okay, I don't want to go down here and no hold my own. Do you know what I mean? Because you just never know. This is my first time competing against boys really at that level. Train with guys in the gym that are at that level, but I've never actually competed against these guys. So you didn't really know until you actually take place. So that was in my head beforehand. But I was just like, as long as like I give a good account of myself, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? So first match, right away I felt absolutely fine. As soon as I gripped the guy, I was like, no, I'm fine here.
What weight was he? About 80?
He's about the same weight. Aye, pretty much the same weight, I would say. I very much doubt he was any less or heavier than me. I think we were very, very close in weight. So that
was he shorter and stockier?
Shorter and really muscular. Big thick legs and all that as well.
Kind of guy.
Wrestler kind of dude.
Was he shooting? I take it.
He'd fought Conor McGregor. This guy.
That's right.
Stephen O'Keefe. He fought Conor McGregor and years ago, and then he beat Adam Loboff as well.
Did he beat Adam?
He beat Adam Loboff. He beat Dean Riley with an arm triangle and stuff as well. He's a good fighter. Do you know what I mean? He's 9-3 as a pro. I think he actually just went to 9-4 recently. So Aye, nah.
Where does he fight? Cage Warriors?
Yeah, fought Cage Warriors, aye. Yeah, that's
Featherweight,
right.
lightweight?
Featherweight, I think he fights
Yeah.
it, aye. I don't know, I think his recent one was lightweight. He's
Maybe getting older.
Yeah.
What is he, about 30 odds like?
I think his age is with me, or maybe a wee bit older. But he was really muscular, you know what I mean?
So how did it start? Did you shoot? Did he shoot on you?
He was trying to wrestle, but I think he realised quite quick that the only thing I'd said that he never got a takedown. The only time he did get close to get a takedown is he shot on a double and I wrapped his neck, but then Raspberry Ape shouted stop, so I stopped defending, but he still continued with the takedown.
Why
So
did the shout stop?
just because we're about to bang into the fence.
Oh right.
Aye, so Raspberry had shouted stop, so we ended up in it. I guess that maybe counted as a takedown, but it didn't because he re-stood us. You know, he'd already
There's no
shouted
points
stop.
anyway, was there?
No points anyway, aye, but just for my own head, I was like, would he have got it? Would he not have got it? He might have still got the takedown had there not been like a fence in the way, but at the same time, I'd wrapped his neck, so he might have got guillotined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was pretty close. So anyway, they stood us back up. I defended every other takedown attempt that he had. He had a couple of single leg shots, so I guess that would have helped him for aggression and stuff like that.
Did he get in the leg?
No, I think he realised he just wasn't taking me down. A couple of times I wrapped his neck real tight when he tried to do it. Managed to take top position off it. He ended up playing like some butterfly guard
What
stuff.
was that? You got?
He just sat down. He was like, "Fuck this! I can't take this guy down."
Oh, he
just sat down. I realised he was because a lot of guys do that to me and they waste a lot of energy taking folk down.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take me any energy to defend takedowns.
Just basically step back,
to stop takedowns. So I'm just like my energy meter's staying at high and their energy meter's getting lower as they try and take me down because it doesn't really expend a lot of energy. So I done the same thing with Nystrom. You know, he was trying to take me down and I'm just chilling, just putting frames in place like that. I haven't even started trying yet, you know, you're just doing the basics.
Stuff, aye.
Aye, so, but that was actually quite poor in this occasion strategically because what happened was he ended up sitting down and as soon as he sat down, right, I got to work, you know, I was like, right, now he's realised he can't take me down, now I'm going to go to work.
That's
but
his guard.
this is about 2 minutes in at this point, so he's probably been the aggressor. When I see in retrospect, when I'm looking at it, maybe about a minute and a half.
Maybe the aggressor.
Because the way that Polaris is scored, right, is that they score in 3.5 minutes or 3 minute and 20 second rounds. So in the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds, there's 3 of those exactly. So for that first 3 minutes and 20 seconds, he's been aggressive. He's been
Is it a 10-minute match?
10-minute match. He's been the aggressor of the wrestling exchanges in the first minute and a half or so.
2 minutes.
However, he's been the aggressor, but he's been unsuccessful with them all. I've defended all attempts, you know, which I think should count for something. And then he's eventually just sat in his butt because he's realised he's not taking me down. I've took top position and put him in a bit of danger with neckties right away. Yeah, so I'm very close with a necktie attempt on him. I wrapped it up, caught it, but he had a hand in, but I was still putting a lot of pressure on there.
In the first 3 minutes?
In the first 3 minutes, so really early on.
So that's only a submission attempt in the first 3 minutes. That should count for the.
Yeah.
You would think.
And round about that kind of bloody time, round about the bit where it's about to go into the second round, he started with a couple of successful leg attempts where he's tried to enter.
When you're trying to pass?
When I'm trying to pass, he's entered into my legs. I've had to respect the leg attempt because he's got in deep on my leg. I've defended both. I think he got 2 or maybe 3 leg attempts. I defended all of them, and so I defended all of them and came out on top. Never once got swept off it. Ended up getting top position all 3 occasions, right? So he was playing a bit of butterfly and stuff as well, but managed to defend all his attempts. One was very close.
What was it locked up like?
Yeah, he had me in a danger zone, and he had a pretty close knee bar attempt to it, but.
Is that the one that was close?
That was the one that was close, was a knee bar attempt
it's
off
bad
it.
That then, it's
nah,
not going to rip your leg apart.
That,
really.
That's it. It was putting a bit of pressure on, but I was like, I'm cool, and so maybe it looked worse than it was. Like it was really cool. Everybody's getting his big round of applause on all the exchanges.
How did you manage to get that?
I just do my usual stuff with that. I just do my usual stuff, and that worked. I'd done a couple of. I started realising that maybe. I made a point at it never been boring, so like I went for a flying Kimura, you know, I just started getting speeding up quite quickly. I was like, right, fuck it, let's have fun, do you know what I mean? Like flying Kimura, I was considering the flying triangle pass, I was starting to have fun, do you know what I mean? And then
second 3 minutes.
Aye, so that was the second 3 minutes was probably at least 2 minutes of me defending leg attacks. Yeah, so that was his, you know, that was
basically the first 3 minutes could have went either way.
First 3 minutes could have went either way. Second 3 minutes, the last 3 minutes was me on his back. The entire 3 minutes.
Right. So it was obviously
I caught a truck roll into a calf crank at one point. near the end to finish.
Off the back, like
off the back, I went straight off the back because he was doing a good thing to defend and kind of keep me.
Brett Jones style.
Aye, exactly like Brett Jones done.
Same
exactly
shit,
like that. Yep. Except he still had his legs straight, so I couldn't straighten it to get the paint. You know, to get the
rear naked choke grip.
Aye, I know. I should have probably went for the rear naked choke grip and that to put a wee bit. But he had fucking freakishly strong legs as well. So like, see, just trying to even like calf curl him in, he was so strong. You know what I mean? But I had got the possession and I had, you know, I spent the entire 3 minutes of the last on his back. So they did say that if there's no 10-8s, do you know what I mean? But if there ever could have been a 10-8, that last round was a 10-8. Do you know what I mean? For me, because I spent it in his entire. And when I got up, I was confident I'd done enough to win. You know, I got up, I smiled. I was like 60-70% sure I had won. Yes, I smiled and kind of went, yes, Ken. And I think his body language would have said, I don't think he thought he won. You know,
especially if you've finished the whole match on his back.
Yeah, the last part of it, he's probably feeling a bit down.
That can be. That can show well for the judges if you're the one that's getting off his back at the end of it and you've been on his back for the past 3 minutes.
Well, what happened was, I think I spoke to Raspberry Ape about it afterwards, and he basically says to me, I thought you won. It was a split decision loss, so the two judges watching thought I lost. The one who's the judge, it's the referee, which was Raspberry Ape, he thought I won, so that's why it was a split decision. But basically what he said is that he was able to see, he saw Stephen's face when he was in the necktie, and he knew how close he was to tapping, you know, so... And
that was with a hand in.
That was just, you know, it was pretty close, you know, but I just didn't want to waste energy, so I switched to Darce, and he managed to defend the Darce, and then I took his back.
That's the thing, I know what you mean. See, when you go for that necktie to the Darce,
aye, it's got to be perfect.
Going from there to there, as soon as you let go of that, boom, you end up getting fingertips on your bicep, and it's just not enough.
It's just got to be perfect, and it wasn't perfect, so I thought, I'm not going to waste a squeeze and fuck the match up. Exactly, so I took the back instead, you know. Which was still the right option. So I mean, I feel like I controlled it like more than half the fight, and at no point was I really getting controlled, you know. So the only thing that he had was a couple of leg attacks that were close, but not close enough I was ever going to tap. You know, there was still quite a bit before I would have been tapping, you know.
Hopefully they look at the match and get a shot at Polaris anyway.
Aye, well that's it. That's what Raspberry Ape says to me. Look, it was really good. It was an exciting match-up and stuff like that. It was very, very razor thin. He said, I thought you won. He said the other two judges had thought you lost. I think if they could have seen how much danger he was in with the necktie, then they would have probably scored it for you as well. But it is what it is. I mean, I was happy just for the opportunity to do it, and I was really grateful. Kind of 16 people that got handpicked, and I was the only person from Scotland that got handpicked for it. So I thought that was a big plus.
Achievement,
aye. And then got to meet the promoter. I spoke to him after it. He said, "Look, man, you gave us a really good showing," and he said that they're going to be up north in August, so he's going to keep in contact if there's an opportunity there for me, then I might get that. You know, he didn't guarantee me anything, but he did say, you know, you gave a good account of yourself.
What, the show's coming up here?
Show's coming up to Manchester in August, so
right.
He did say that if there's an opportunity, I might get one. He didn't say definitely though, so you know, nothing's in concrete, but I was happy with how I carried myself, you know. But the actual tournament though was fucking so fun to watch, man. It was really, really cool. So
was it?
That was the very first match. So
that's right.
I just
there was two categories, but both on the same day. Or was one?
There was one on the Friday where a guy that trained with Doolan, big Georgian wrestler guy. He won.
He won it.
He won his side. Aye. So he's a big dangerous guy. Aye. And my side there was a guy turned up called Jed Hugh. He trains with Ross Nichols all the time, right? And he's like his main training partner.
Oh, was that him that won?
He was a character, man. He was a character. He came up and he was kind of like, he turned up late and stuff. They were going to need to replace him. He turned up that late, and he was just kind of like, oh, sorry guys, didn't know if I could make it or not. He was like a proper kind of Cockney kind of London guy. He's funny, man, and he knew everything. They all knew each other. That was the thing. They actually all knew each other. The judges, everybody, they all knew each other, but none of them like knew me at all. That Jed Hugh actually said a couple of nice things to me. He said, I've won with your stuff, man. You're good. And he's like, it's quite funny, but most of them never knew me at all because I'm kind of new to that top level boys, Ken. But so they were all kind of mates and stuff like that. Dan Hardy actually says to us, he's just opened up a gym, Hardy Wallhead. And,
that's right, I've seen that actually.
And he says to us, he says, come down any time. Like, he's like, it'd be good to have you doing for some training. That boy Jed Hughes says that.
Where's that, about Nottingham?
Aye, Nottingham kind of area, just outside of Nottingham. It's where they've opened up, and then that Jed Hughes said any time I want to go down to London I could jump into the gym box and go and train with they guys as well, which I'm going to definitely take them up on because they're like the top level guys winning ADCC and shit, so it'd be cool to learn some stuff for them. But Aye, so that Jed Hugh guy was a character, man, because at first I was like, oh, I'm not sure. He's trying to pass himself off, he's not really been sure of himself. Do you know what I mean? But it was actually one of the guys that was that confident in his ability.
I thought you meant it was one of the kind of guys that plays himself down and comes out and fucking wipes.
That's exactly what he's like. I kind of try to play himself down as if he's like no really.
Nah, I've done a bit like.
I've done a bit. He was acting like I'm probably a bit out of my depth here, kind of thing. The way that he rocked up in that, and he was just a proper killer, man. His leg stuff was on point, man, and he didn't look that strong, but he was fucking obviously. You could see when he was grappling with guys, he was really, really strong as well.
How big was he?
Like our weight, aye.
Our weight,
but he was just really strong, man. He's quite short and like, but just big, thick limbs. Kind of like Stevie Way is, kind of quite thick forearms, thick legs. You know what I mean? Just, but no, he didn't look like he had like lifted weights. He just looked like he was naturally just strong. Kind of similar to what you remember Gregor's. He was a bit like Big Gregor's, that kind of strength sort of thing. Yeah. So he was a bit like that, man. Kind of like an ape or something. You know what I mean? Really strong. It was fun watching him, man. He was really good because he won his first match against the dude that was pretty good, and then he came up to my opponent Stephen after it, and he was like, I've got you next, mate, and he was like, aye, and the guy's like, I'll be watching out for those leg locks. That Stephen kind of said to him, we're watching out for the leg locks, and he just turns around and says to him, he says, oh, don't worry about that, mate. He says, I got lucky there. He says, but I get lucky a lot. And that's when I was like, he's a fucking chancer, man. Do you know what I mean? When I clocked him saying that, I thought he knows he's fucking, he knows how good he is. Do you know what I mean? So he won that match again by leg lock, and then he won the final by leg lock. So
leg locked
everybody. There was a really cool match where there's a few other cool matches actually. Is there anywhere? Can you go in Polaris, Barry, and we'll get the names up for this, man, and we'll talk about some of the guys because it was fucking.
When is the show then?
They've got a show like coming up soon.
Biggie Man's on as well.
Nah. I think they're going to have the guys fighting on the card in August. They've got rather than because the next one's in a few weeks.
Guys, you mean? Well, that's the one that I'm sure
Biggie's on the one in a couple of weeks. I was saying to John Jones, and he was like, "Oh, that Brazilian guy." He didn't know what Polaris was. I was like, "What are you talking about, John Jones? You're bound to know what this is." I was like, I says, I was down here for the Polaris qualifiers.
Was he? I thought he was I thought he was there for that.
No, he was there for a body power expo for supplements.
You're joking?
Aye.
He was fucking.
He was here with all the roiders. He was carrying about with the roiders. He was. No, genuinely, all the two boys that were with him were fucking roided at their heads. It's like bodybuilders. No, the matches will only be on, but it's let's have a look.
You just want to see
just the card, just the lineup.
That's cool. I can check the one that you shared it, didn't you?
Oh, I shared it somewhere,
What about Cheese and Pickles? Is he in that show?
He was nowhere to be seen, but he's been on it, plenty. He's been on Polaris plenty. It doesn't bother him. He's got ADCC coming up.
Has he?
He got through the qualifiers.
In Poland?
No, he won the first one. The Poland was there's two European trials. He won the first European trials, and then the second one was up for grabs. So that was a bracket. So my day's bracket was so that I don't know what the guy's name was that won the.
You got Jed Hugh, Max Bickerton, Dino Bussolet.
What about that Dominic Dillon? How did he get on?
He got to they were saying he was amazing. They said he looked really, really good. He got like to the. I think that guy's name's Nastasa that won it. But he got to the he got to the semis, and apparently he looked really, really good. So
yeah, it's good him, man. I watched him at Naga. He's one of Danny Mitchell's boys.
Oh, is he?
Quality. AVT.
What Matt had said is that the guys that gave a good account of himself are very likely to get on the show in future. So that was pretty cool.
I don't know if he's still fighting MMA though.
Not too sure. Can we go back to that, Barry? Right. So first match. So it was me v Stephen O'Keefe. I lost the split decision. Jed Hugh beat Max Bickerton in the first match, so I can't remember how that went exactly, but it was definitely a leg lock finish, I'm sure. This guy was really good. Dino Bukalet, he was awesome. Apparently he was saying he trains with that Jed quite a bit, but he looked fucking frightening as well. He went against he won by a leg lock. He went against again
Thomas Grandjean.
Yeah, he went against him. I think that was a guy. I can't remember who that dude was actually that he went against, but I'm sure he was about. Oh, actually, I know who that was. Sorry. So then he won that anyway. I'm sure that was by leg lock also. Then the guy Sebastian Sezicka, he went against Adam Ellis. Now Adam Ellis was a big, really tall guy. He's like, I think he's like 6'9" or something. He's huge, man. And
still at your weight?
It wasn't a weight tournament.
weight.
It was just open weight, man. Aye, it was open weight. It was cool. It was cool as fuck.
Were you getting, was there any like matches where there was a 60 kilo guy against a 100 kilo? Was there any?
It happened after that.
Who won that match?
So those guys were both really big, right? So that Adam Ellis went against the big guy with the.
Did they try to match them evenly, even though it's open weight?
I don't know if they did. Nah, I don't think so.
Chance.
So that Adam Ellis went with.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
That Sebastian guy. He was the guy with all the Pitbull clothes on.
The Polish.
Aye, exactly, aye.
Polish power.
So he went against him and he hit him with a submission I've never seen before. So that Adam Ellis, right, he locks up like Dead Orchard position.
Is that what it was, right?
He locks up like Dead Orchard position, but because the guy was so strong, he's kind of managed to get some of his back through. But what he's done is he's stepped up onto his leg. So right, imagine you've locked up Dead Orchard, right, and the guy posts on this side, but you've got both arms in on the triangle. Triangle is locked up tight. The guy was huge, big long legs. This Adam Ellis, he's like 6'9" or whatever, like really long limbs. So as he stepped up, he's underhooked the leg, right, peeled it past the leg over his body. So he's still got a triangle locked up with Dead Orchard here. Well, he's got the leg, passed it over to here, and then just fucking like hooked the guy's upper body. No, just like hooked the guy's upper body with his arms, hooked the guy's top, and just pretzeled him. Just pretzeled him like.
Just split them, basically front splits almost.
Let's see if we can do it.
No.
So like triangle locked up, both arms in. The guy goes to post. He passes the full leg over, and then like just pretzels the guy, locks his arms around him, and just squishes him on like.
Aye, so he's got one leg basically shooting up there at the same time.
Pretty much, the guy was just getting pretzeled.
And he tapped to that.
Oh, it was horrible, man. I was fucking about tapping. I was about tapping for him. It was horrible, man. It's absolutely brutal. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then one of his mates was like, yeah, he does that all the time in the gym. But he was a big giant black belt dude. He was really nice guy as well. After that, so then the next matches was Jed versus Stephen O'Keefe. Jed caught him. They just went at it really quickly, and that Jed caught him in a leg lock. But it was pretty cool. So he made it to the finals, and then Dino went against Adam Ellis. So this was like the smallest guy versus the biggest guy. And the fucking small guy, Dino, he took his back real quick and managed to like hook onto his back, and once he was on his back he could not get him off. He locked up the body triangle and he managed to finish the big giant guy Adam Ellis with a rear naked choke, man. So that's
a case for having open weight then, eh?
Aye, it was cool as fuck. But then apparently this Dino and Jed, they train together regularly, but Jed beat him. They had a cool match. At this point, I was fucking running away trying to get a pen so I could get a wee signature.
So what's next for you then? You can like EBI. Jeremy's going to put a word in for you for trying to get an EBI or something like that.
I said he's going to try and get us on the combat jiu-jitsu when that happens for the 155 when that division's out there. But I've got this match in 3 weeks with this kid Isaac, who's like, they're all saying this guy's like a proper prodigy, man, like super good.
Where's that again?
That's going to be in Liverpool.
Right, I'll come down.
Aye, up for that. That'd be quality, man. Aye, that should be decent, like so. Aye, I'm buzzing for that. I got my tickets actually for that.
What show's that on again?
Figure 4 promotions.
That'd be good.
So I'm doing on that, man. But the guy's supposed to be really good. But
is it an all jiu-jitsu, Matt? Is it all jiu-jitsu competition?
It's like really high level stuff. Craig Jones is headlining it, and that it's like a huge card. Ross Nichols is on that.
Right.
Aye.
Excellent.
Aye, it's amazing.
Was it Grapple Fest?
Yeah, Grapple Fest, that's right, for Figure 4 promotions. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, man. It's cool to have a good match up on it and see if the crafty old veteran can go against the young prodigy.
Exactly, aye.
It'll be good crack.
Experience counts for, you know what I mean, it helps.
Oh, it definitely does. With grips and things like that, stuff like that's kind of hard to get rid of, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like your grip's one of the things that develops over the years, and you can't really fake when you've got one of the grips. It's like, okay.
So that, see, even if it's just basics you've got, but you've drilled the basics for 10 years straight, you know what I mean? Like, the younger generation that's come through have maybe got some new tricks and stuff like that.
Aye.
But if you've just got a solid base, right, and you've got the basics right down to a T, you've been doing it for 10 years, like if you can close down their stuff and just make your stuff work, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like 100% it'll work.
Aye. No, definitely. Experience shows for a lot, eh?
What I will say is the way that Stephen, he entered my legs, usually, like everybody that's ever tried that entry with me before, I've been able to kind of shut them down and splat them, but he was doing something differently, and I talked to him about it a bit after, but he's doing something differently that made that entry work, so that was quite cool. So I need to be careful for that, because usually guys don't really get on my legs, but that was like 2-3 times that intentionally got on my legs, you know. So I need to watch that, you know what I mean. I was clearly making a mistake somewhere that I need to correct. So and you just didn't find that out unless you're going for guys that are going for those entries. So
exactly.
I think I'm going to get through and do some work with Cammy for a bit as well.
Yeah,
and,
the leg stuff.
Definitely, and that should help a wee bit with that.
As well, maybe.
Well, do you know, I had a great submission Sunday today as well. Giles was through, you know, Giles Garcia.
Aye, who's that?
Giles, I used to train with Giles for years. I trained with Giles at Scott McVeigh's, a good brown belt man. So he was through. I was getting some training in with him. That was quality, man. It was good to see him. Like, he's a really nice guy. He referees in that quite a lot of the tournaments at SGI and stuff like that as well. You'll see him.
I think Ken, you're talking about.
Aye, he's a good guy, man. It was really nice to see him. So I've not rolled with him in like 6 years or something like that, I don't think. So that was quality. But he had a few guys through with him as well, and they were pretty good also. So that was pretty fun. But you've had you've not been on since you've came back for this Amsterdam camp, have you?
No, I've not actually been that.
Aye.
Been flat out moving into my new place and stuff like that, building flat pack shit. I've been flat out. So right.
How was it out there then?
Class, it was really good. Really good, man. Obviously we had Jeremiah taking seminar, Jeremiah Vance, the biggie man, Gio Martinez, Eddie Bravo, Jeremy Benetti, these, I can't remember the name, Copperins or something from Finland. I actually really liked their
you said they were really good,
I really liked their stuff because it was that butter half stuff. You know what I mean? So the half guard with one butterfly hook, and just even the way they were coming up on the underhook, whereas usually in the gym at high level we take the butterfly out and we come up on the underhook and start wrestling up and stuff. They were keeping it in, coming up and then basically going back underneath. That's why they were taking it, because they were using that to elevate, to come underneath into all the deep half stuff, into the legs. There was a lot of leg attacks for there.
Cool.
They were showing a load of cool stuff. I actually was speaking to them after, and they were saying to me, if you ever want to come out to Finland,
give them a shout. I went there when I was a wee boy.
Well, if you want to go, me and you could even go over for a couple of nights, 2 nights or something like
quality.
that, and we could just get some training there. They had a lot of really cool stuff. They trained the gi as well, actually. He's a black belt in the gi, but he's also a black belt in 10th Planet.
That's cool, man.
Legit, man, really good. So it was class out there, really good. A lot of good training, learned a lot of cool stuff. But you know what it's like? It's like information overload. You learn so much stuff, like basically.
6 up, blood job.
It's just you just learn that much shit. It's like you can't take it all in. So I had the video a lot of it. Again, I've got a lot of it on video.
Aye.
I'll send you. A lot of that Barata Plata stuff. I mean, that Ellis Younger caught me with. I'd never seen that before, the bastard.
Bugger, isn't he?
Fucking bastard.
A lot of people are doing the Barata Plata now.
But that's what they were showing, because when Ellis caught me with it was for triangle, but it was like a triangle, but I can't always get that hand.
Because you had the hand in to defend it.
I had the hand in here, and I mind him taking a deep hook on my arm. And it's just basically the same as for side control, like for knee on belly.
Yeah.
Jeremiah was showing it for knee on belly. They shoved that knee, and it's like you're just catching that arm. I'll show you it actually, because it's pretty cool.
I need to add some new tricks to my game. That's what I've realised.
I'm kind of the same. I've got my old shit that works. It does work.
My stuff works on everywhere. I see, I'm starting to find, like, I'm getting to this level with the guys I'm competing against now, where I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board, get a wee bit stronger. Going to have to get my fitness up so I can attack constantly for 10 minutes, and then. But I was saying that I've only been training like a couple of days a week, jiu-jitsu myself, and teaching all the other days and stuff like that. So
a lot of these guys as well, that's their full-time job. You know what I mean? They're not
training twice
during the day. And
that's what James says to me. He says, look, man, a lot of these guys are training twice a day.
Right,
you're training twice a week. You know what I mean? So it's
not so bad, because a lot of them have maybe not got a house. They've maybe not got. I don't know how they do it. To be honest.
Probably it's their living. They probably
gym
coach constantly, running a jiu-jitsu gym or whatever. But because the most of the guys are black. Like, I think everybody bar 2 were black belts in that tournament yesterday. You know, so
exactly.
It's like, that's fair enough. But man, I was really grateful for the opportunity, to be honest. It was good, because I just wanted to know that I could at least deal with these guys, and I more than proved that to myself. And that's just with training a couple of days a week. So I've upped my training. I'm going to definitely, starting tomorrow, I'm going to start doing a bit more strength and conditioning. I'm going to start like allocating at least an hour,
Start stroking, choking,
at least a couple of hours a week to do some extra drilling time and practice some new stuff, and start putting that into practice as well.
What about the UFC last night? What was the crack with that? I missed it.
UFC last night.
I'm still waiting on my Sky getting fitted. It doesn't get fitted till Monday.
Well, actually, what was better than UFC was Bellator. You see MVP
Again?
got stroked.
MVP gets stroked right out.
Aye.
He was
Well,
fighting
Lima.
Douglas Lima. Aye.
I think I never usually like to see somebody get hurt or knocked out and especially like that's at a higher level than me, competing at a higher level than me, but because it's no nice to be like, oh, this guy knocked out, because you probably couldn't date yourself. Like I couldn't even go back to Douglas Lima, so but that being said, like I liked seeing MVP get knocked out. I
don't know.
I don't like him, man.
I can't what you mean. He's a cocky come back. Quite like that style.
I think he's a pretender though. That's what I didn't like about him. I think he's always
He's kind of
hung back
he's a
and hit.
carbon copy of Raymond Daniels. Kind of like as far as striking goes, maybe not in MMA. He's maybe better than Raymond at MMA, but.
Well, I think he is better than Raymond at MMA.
He's no on Raymond Daniels. He's not actually the same level as Raymond Daniels. As far
The
as
real
striking.
deal.
The real deal. The real.
You hear us shouting you yesterday last week for being called the mule deal.
The mule deal. Mind I used to actually go with that name. I actually walked out to that once.
The mule deal, Calum Murrie.
Against that Gav Donnelly. I
Aye.
walked out on SFC. I walked out to Calum the
That
mule
was
deal.
quality. I loved that.
I kind of wanted that into stick, and I got
Aye.
on with Bundy.
I know, mule deal's probably better, to be
I
honest.
like
Calum the
mule
mule deal Murrie.
Maybe go back to that.
Master meal deal.
The mule deal.
Master mule
Master
deal.
meal
The
deal.
mule deal, the magpie, the pigeon. It
Why did you get called the pigeon?
was Bevic cause mate, my pigeon chest. There's these pigeons in the house we're working in. They've made a nest.
Aye.
He just fucking keeps going. There's the pigeon, the pigeon nest, and the pigeon chest. The pigeon chest. The pigeon.
That's funny.
The magpie for the shiny eggs, I like that. And
Michael Chandler got beat last night. He got beat as well. He was fighting Patricio Pitbull.
right.
But I think they said it was a wee bit controversial stoppage at his first round. So that was maybe
It
pretty
looked like Michael Page was licking that Lima's. It looked like he was fucking beating him. I didn't actually see the fight.
He was
I
landing
just
some
felt
stuff.
It looked like he had him rocked. Basically,
He was
just before
definitely.
he got
I was struggling to get the
knocked out.
timing on him, but it was one of the ones that when he did knock him out, he fucking knocked him out
Oh, he was
cold,
clean,
man.
Yeah, he was clean out.
He was lifeless.
But
There's a card there.
See who else was in the card?
thing
Did
is,
you see
he's-
that?
He's exciting to watch.
Oh, he definitely is. He definitely is. But I was just glad to see him going up against that kind of competition, to be honest.
There's a lot on it.
There was, you see, Jack Swagger for the wrestling was fighting yesterday.
Was he?
Jack Swagger for the wrestling was fighting.
Where is
He caught somebody in an arm triangle, and then he was being a dick about it. He didn't he tried to no let it go. Like the guy tapped, and he just kept it on and kept trying to choke him. The referee was
Polaris type
fucking
style.
raging. Aye,
What's
but
it
with a
called?
choke. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Did he get? I'm trying to find him.
Jack Hager, it will say.
Jack Hager, is that his real name?
Jack Hager. Oh, the
Jake Hager.
Aye, that's him. So
TJ
he was,
Jones,
he was fighting like a guy that was like 1-1 or something, and like it was just bad. The guy looked like out of shape. He's obviously a big ex-roider, you know what I mean? And then he,
He's 2-1 now, eh?
yeah, 1-2 now. That guy,
1
TJ
and 2.
Jones. Aye.
Aye, 1-2.
And Jack Hager's 2-0 for Jack Swagger. AJ McKee got the win over Pat Curran, unanimous decision. That was pretty decent as well.
2-0.
Yeah, but that so Bellator had some good matches last night as well. What about UFC? We got a UFC card there.
Aye, you got UFC. You've got Thug Rose, obviously, fighting in Jessica Andrade.
Aye, that was a shame. She was doing really well, and then she got
She
caught.
dominated the first round, like,
Aye,
totally dominated it, I thought.
she was up against the cage and then just caught with a weird slam, man.
Slam just knocked her fucking clean out. It was pretty much right at the start of the second there.
It was kind of like a fireman's carry type one, like the F5 that Brock Lesnar used to do, like right up over the head and just slammed her right
Was she
down.
actually knocked out?
Aye, out cold, man, straight
Out
away.
cold?
Aye, just like
Aye.
bump. It wasn't even like, oh, I've got a sore head. It was like, no.
Aye, she was limp. You could see she was limp.
And then
Camera
did she
angle.
cracked it right after it, or?
I think she went for her, but I think the referee just stepped in
Referee,
pretty quick.
aye.
I was Mark Goddard. Was reffing.
It's quite horrible,
She
actually.
landed
It's
the back of her
aye,
head,
it looked like the back of her
Aye,
head landed.
Did you know that's what I was saying? She
With
had
a
some sort of
crown.
Kimura like lock on or
Aye.
something like that, and she didn't let go of it when Andrade slammed her.
Against the cage, like was she in
She
a
was
single or
close to
something? like that?
it wasn't against the cage, but it was close to the cage. Andrade slammed her, and she the way she landed,
Vicious,
she
man.
just landed basically on the side of her head, like fucking L-shaped.
Aye, it was horrible.
Fucking Aye, pretty bad. And then obviously we've got Jared Cannonier against Anderson Silva,
Aye.
and it was kind of sad to see Silva go out like that. Like,
So-
but,
You need to pack it
I
in
know,
now.
I
Fuck's
know.
sake.
aye.
What age is
bad.
he now? 41 or something like that.
Aye.
He's what else is he? What's he?
He got kicked a
Did
couple
he
of times in his
retire
leg.
last night?
No, he got kicked to the leg a few
I'll be
times.
back.
His leg gave out, eh? His leg
So-
gave out.
How's that a TKO? It says KO TKO here,
Oh,
right?
it definitely is a TKO.
Aye, but
Technical.
how is that just like a technical knockout? Just
Technical
because?
knockout, aye.
Any strikes that cause damage
Aye.
any strikes that cause damage enough for the referee to stop it.
Was it not off his own kick though?
No,
Was it not?
no,
No.
that wasn't off his own kick.
Was it the same?
The guy kicked him and his leg gave out.
What was it? His thigh or was it his shin? Like his old
Bottom half
injury,
his
or-
bottom half of his leg for southpaw, so it wasn't even his injured leg.
Right.
Bottom half of his leg. So the guy's kicked it. His legs like gave out, and I think it's like his knees tore. You know,
And
it's
what,
like.
was it happening? Like, did he get rattled in it a few
Aye,
times?
aye,
Then it
aye,
went.
it was intentional. And the guy had been kicking his leg, and his leg
But
gave
they
out.
like calf kicks.
Just kind of southpaw orthodox, so the big power kick.
Ah, right.
Do you know what
On
I mean?
the inside.
Aye, on the inside, and then one of them's just caved his leg in, and his knees
Shit.
tore off the back of it.
And then what did he just?
He just went down, and then he tried to kind of pull guard, and then he just went, nah, fuck, I'm done.
Nice.
And he knew right away his leg was fucked. Eh?
He's need to pack that.
It wasn't nice to see, to be honest.
Sake.
It was quite horrible to see.
I couldn't stand eh?
Jose Aldo lost the decision to Alexander
I
Volkanovski.
watched that,
Volkanovski.
That's the only kind of fight I've seen.
That's quality, man. That guy's an animal, that Volkanovski, man.
You look good. I only watched two rounds out there, eh? But
Yeah,
I
so
know what the result was.
Jose Aldo looked decent as well, man.
Aye.
Like, he went through a wee stage there after he got knocked out of Conor McGregor. Like, and obviously when all the
Mhm.
when the testing came in for the steroids, like, I thought like he's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then he actually kind of came back and
I looked good, and I think it was his last fight. He looked
looked
alright.
good against Jeremy Stevens.
Definitely
and
looks slower though. He doesn't look quite himself.
He doesn't quite look what he was, but
Nah.
I think he definitely looked a bit
Is
better.
there any other cool fights on that card last night as well?
Yeah, I'm just having a look here. Aye, so you've got
Oh, there was one actually.
Tear
Fucking Nogueira brothers, man. I was just sitting in awe of them last night. The Nogueira brothers are hard old bastards, eh?
fuck, man, like
Aye.
See, when you see them, Nogueira was fighting that. Was it Ryan? What's his name?
I think they're actually originally for Cumnock.
Ryan Spann. What, the Nogueira brothers?
become like actually take you seriously.
Honestly.
For like 2 seconds, I was like, oh, what?
Oh, for the Gracies are for
Yeah, that's
Scotland.
saying
The Gracies are for Ayrshire. So.
Actually, yeah.
No, but honestly, see when you just think about it, you're thinking all the fights that they've been in, and you just see them beforehand, and I'm thinking they are hard old bastards, man.
Man,
The
Nogueiras.
pair of them, man, and they just sit there. The guy's barely got a hair left on his head, and he's just sitting like that. He's done a wee bit of boxing.
When was this? What was this
Last
like?
night. He was just,
Ryan Spann.
He was fighting some young
Nogueira
athletic
was fighting
kid.
last night.
Aye,
For
aye.
fuck's sake.
So he got stroked. What happened to him?
What
He got hit,
age-
he
what
got
age
hit, he got
is
hit a
Nogueira?
horrible combo. He got hit like a lead uppercut straight left kind of thing.
But that must have been his first fight in a while then.
Nah,
wasn't
he's
it?
not fought in a while, but
Superman Ryan Spann.
that's just like he was just fighting
So
a
he's
young
fighting.
athletic guy, eh? Do you know what I mean? It just was not good.
Time we get, I suppose it's a hard thing to.
But that's
That's
what I
what
was.
make
He's
you
like
up, eh?
41 or
That's what I
something.
mean.
Call it a
It's
day,
got to be
like-
a hard thing.
I was just looking at him. He's sitting there. His face
you
is
fought at that
absolutely
level all your
mangled.
life, you know what I mean? You fought at
Aye.
that level, and then it's like you just let go. You know what I mean? Move
His
on to golf.
ears
or
are
something.
mangled.
Aye, like,
man.
Or just the jiu-jitsu or
That
whatever.
Chuck Liddell fight's kind of like the most testament to that, I think. eh? When you see
Exactly,
that,
aye,
he
that
just
was
looks so fucking old, man.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
He actually looked like he was proper. Like he's got. I think he's definitely punch drunk.
Aye, well,
Liddell,
100%.
100%.
You know, seen that like meme of him on the internet? He's in the crowd and he's like just like doing this weird thing.
That's what
I
I
was
mean.
like he's just away in the heat
He
all
could
day.
barely strike a couple of
It's a
sentences
shame,
there.
man. Chuck was a fucking man, too.
Aye,
See when he did that crazy fucking after he
Aye,
knocked
yeah,
somebody
right.
out. That was a mate. I loved that, man.
he's a legend, eh? For
Mind me and you were shaving our mohawks into our head
That's
one
right.
Halloween.
Went out for Halloween like that. a couple of idiots. Eh?
Aye, that's
How long ago
right.
was that now? That must have been
2000
8 years ago.
10
9
or
years
something
ago?
like that. That was nearly 10 years
2010.
ago, 9 years ago.
2010, I think it was.
Aye, we're kicking about. We thought we were kidding on fighters.
The cap
We've been
shots,
kidding on our
mate.
fighters ever since.
You had the warrior shorts, I had the tap out shorts. the
Aye,
white.
that's right. We drew a tattoo in our heads.
That's right, yeah.
Aye, that was when we used to cut each other's hair. When we used to cut each other's hair.
Aye. I actually used to do the haircuts, free
Aye.
haircuts. You'd cut mine, I'd cut yours.
That was a good investment.
Got
That.
away to work the next day with a new haircut.
Absolutely butchered. That was some
Have
crack.
you been at the Turks? No, I went to Mott's.
Out with MMA gloves on and that was funny, man. Who else was fighting last night? And
Best-
BJ Penn was fighting last night under the radar.
Was he?
Aye, it was all
what's going on
the
last
old
night?
boys.
What,
Aye,
this?
he won. Fucking
Did he?
aye,
He
knocked
was.
the guy out.
Fuck, he's like nearly undercard.
Aye, sparked the guy.
He's
He
always had good hands with BJ Penn.
was fighting Clay Guida.
No, he wasn't.
Aye,
Aye.
fighting Clay Guida. Hit him with the flying knee and fucking burst him wide open, licked his gloves and that.
BJ Penn didn't that? Fucking hell.
Man, they're both
Aye, good decision.
You might I'm sitting taking that in, like.
He got decision,
They
man.
played Guida beat him on Thursday.
Clay Guida beat him
What
like.
about the amount of fights Clay Guida's had, man? Fucking
Aye,
hell.
he's a tough
35
motherfucker.
and 18.
He loves to fight, that guy.
35 and 18.
He loves to fight. That's a great record for the level he's fought at.
Aye. BJ Penn, what's his
The
record?
Carpenter.
See, when you've been fighting for that long,
The Carpenter.
That's what they call him,
Is that
aye.
the Clay Guida? Is that what
I
they call
Clay
him?
Guida,
Carpenter?
aye. He used to be a joiner. He's a joiner at trade.
fucking hell,
Yes, yeah,
that's
it is,
crazy.
Imagine him
Look,
fucking
check out
taking your kitchen for you.
Listen, check out BJ Penn's
Imagine
record.
an old boy sitting like that.
Aye.
Okay, listen, Clay, they chipped a little bit. They worked up. Who the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Check BJ Penn's record out though. Let's have a wee look at BJ Penn's record.
16 and 14.
He's currently sitting at 16 and 14, right? This guy
Is
is.
that what he
It's a
is?
50-50
PJ is
one.
a fucking man to. Let's go start for the start for the start and let's go through
What's
this
his
guy's
record,
career.
right? First win, Joey Gilbert.
Right, nobody knows who Joey Gilbert is. Let's move on.
Den Thomas.
Then Thomas, famous fighter,
Cal Uno.
famous striking coach. Cal Uno, amazing fighter.
Beat from a guy called Jens Pulver.
Jens Pulver, man, he was a
All these were
bad
basically
motherfucker in
the
his
same
day.
in about a 2-year span.
So he's just started fighting animals right off the bat.
Paul Creighton. They
Okay,
got-
that must have been a wee win to get himself back in there.
He beat Matt Serra.
Matt Serra, fucking
He's a
hell.
legend. Fucking Cal Uno. Rematch.
Draw with Cal Uno.
Draw. Takanori Gomez.
Beat Takanori Gomi. At the time, Takanori Gomi was the best fighter in Japan.
Beat Matt Hughes.
Beat Matt Hughes, went up in weight to beat Matt Hughes, the welterweight champion at the time. Won the welterweight champion when he was a lightweight.
Fucking beat Dwayne Ludwig.
Spoke Dwayne Ludwig by submission, triangle
Rodrigo
choke.
Gracie. After that.
Some fucking Gracie put him done.
Fuck.
Then he goes up to heavyweight to fight
I was
Lyoto
gonna say, what the
Machida.
fuck?
Then he goes up,
Heavyweight?
then he went up to heavyweight to fight Lyoto Machida because he was bored of all the folk that he'd been battering.
That's mental, man.
He went
I
up to
didn't ken that
heavyweight.
happened.
He got
Light heavyweight.
did you not know that? It's amazing. He went up to light heavy. He went up to heavyweight to fight Lyoto Machida because he was bored and he couldn't get any competition.
That's crazy, man.
That's
How
how
did he go?
crazy.
he lost a decision
That's fucking
Decision
crazy,
as well, wow.
against that fucking giant Lyoto Machida.
Big man, eh?
Then he fought Henzo Gracie, done him, the unanimous decision.
Beat
Then he
him.
fought George St. Pierre, and this is where it goes bad. George St. Pierre got him. Then
Matt Hughes got him.
then Matt Hughes got him. But then he comes back to lightweight, wins against Jens Pulver, smashes Joe Stevenson, smashes Sean Sherk. Then after he smashes Sean Sherk, he says, "Let's do it again, George. What about another pop? You guys want to see BJ Penn, George St. Pierre?" He shouts out to them, and then licked again, unfortunately, but worse this time. The first one was really close,
Right.
really close. So he lost to George, but like it was a split decision loss. It was real close, So he was fucking so good, man. And then he lost to George, and he said, "Right, I'll just stick to lightweight." Beats Kenny Florian, beats Diego Sanchez, and then he runs into Frankie Edgar. And that's where things really start going wrong.
Gets beat twice.
Gets beat twice off Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar kind of proves he's a new breed.
Fuck, how many times has he fought Matt Hughes, man?
Fights Matt Hughes in the trilogy, knocks him clean out in 21 seconds. Yep, that closed the trilogy off. Then John Fitch got a majority draw against him, so that was a weird one. That was a weird fight, but then this is when his bad luck starts.
Holy shit.
He's
He's not going to fight for a while now, eh?
Nah, he asked
many fight
so he asked to fight Nick Diaz. Fights Nick Diaz, loses decision. Rory McDonald lost the decision. Frankie Edgar, this is when it goes really bad. He gets TKO'd for the first time ever. Well, not TKO'd, sorry. There's a time where he gets knocked out submitted, sorry, he gets submitted. TKO'd off Frankie Edgar. He'd been TKO'd before for Matt Hughes. Yari Rodriguez, he gets TKO'd for him. I'm sure that one was the one where he actually got knocked out, if I remember right.
He's been knocked out as well, I
So
think.
what's he on,
doctor
like,
stoppage.
a 7-fight losing streak or something?
Aye, all his TKO losses, I'm sure, were like TKO losses where he'd just been stoppages with strikes, but then I'm sure Yari actually knocked him out, if I remember right. Fuck, did he lose to Dennis Seaver? Fucking hell, I never
I'm
even
gonna
knew.
ask for a pop up next.
I stopped watching that fucking fight because I thought I can't believe that. So he lost a decision to Dennis Seaver. He lost to Yari Rodriguez TKO. Then he fucking fought Ryan Hall. That was the first time he ever got submitted in his career. He got he got the Imanari roll.
That's right.
Yep. And then he's fought Craig Guida last night and lost the decision.
So that's
So he's
like
on about an 8
that's,
fight win
aye.
streak, lose streak, something like that, 7 or 8.
Seven and a draw.
7
before.
loss streak, he can a draw.
Now's the time to get a pop on.
Bundy's calling you BJ.
It's absolutely brutal, man. If BJ Penn's listening to this, you guys want to see BJ Penn, Calum Murrie in Hawaii?
7 fight losing streak. Let's make it 8.
Fucking hell. Jesus, man, and I love BJ Penn too. I think he's amazing.
It's
You know,
still a
I'm
legend,
do you know it took BJ Penn 3.5 years to get his black belt?
No, that's right. Aye.
3.5 years for starting to get his black belt.
Aye.
Yeah,
Shit.
it was like 3 years and 3/4 of a
Left the
year.
gym basically.
Aye, he moved over to California.
There's maybe still a chance for me.
I thought it was in Hawaii you got it.
Nah, man, he moved over to California and he trained with the guy that invented guerrilla jiu-jitsu. It was one of the, I think it was Ralph Gracie black belts, I'm sure it was. But or it might have been Carlson Gracie's academy actually. I think Carlson Gracie seems to ring more a bell. But this is a bad bit when I can't remember people's names. But anyway, the guy was a judo black belt. Dave Camarillo, he went over and trained with Dave Camarillo. That was his main training partner. So they kind of came up on the scene together. And when he got to brown belt, he then went to Novo Unal, so Jose Aldo's gym under like Andre Pedernera's and that.
David Tice.
And David Tice. And so he went over there and he basically went, I think it was like the day before, it was really early before the Monday Hours that he got promoted to black belt, and he was the first American to ever won American world title. The Monday Hours, I'm sure it was. So he went over and won that, and that he was the first. It was either first non-Brazilian or first American. And then that was that pretty much. I'm sure he went back to Hawaii after that and kind of just lived as a king kind of thing. That's when he really started focusing on fighting after that, because he was like, nah, fuck it, I've done all the best you can, I've done like as good as you can do in jiu-jitsu in like 4 years it took me. So and he's like, I think I'll just go into fighting now. So he started fighting.
That's the thing, it's not so bad if you've got, you obviously had no kids at that time, you know what I mean, like probably no kids and just fucking.
I think he's got loads now.
He's got kids now, but at
He
that
loves
time,
to drink
he
though,
probably just
BJ.
managed to just be able to train every day, you know what I mean, train during the day, train at
Oh,
night,
aye.
probably still
Well, his family had money, so they were
living
just
in the
paying
gym,
for him to
exactly.
train. They were paying for him to live there, you know
That's
what I
the
mean?
thing, see if you
He just
get
trained
that,
constant.
it's not so bad, see if you try to can obviously fucking
Tell me about it.
house and fucking all that shit, it's not so easy.
Tell me about it, man. I've not got a minute to myself. I'm just a crafty old veteran trying to use the tricks I've learned over the years.
I had Betch Korea as well. She got beat last night.
Aye, that's right. Was there any other cool fights in that? The Warley Alves knockout to Sergio Moraes was brutal. Like it was like a flying knee, I'm sure. It says KO punch bank. There was a knee that landed first.
Diego Alves.
That's
as
a
well.
majority. It was quite a bad night actually for the card in Brazil. To be honest, they never really had much success overall. The only one that would have liked would have probably been Jessica Andrade or whatever it was.
Aye.
But aye, other than that was not too bad. Amsterdam camp's covered, UFC's covered. So aye, what's next for you? You've been back training and shit now?
I was back training, I went to the Amsterdam camp, since I've been back obviously I've been going through a bit of shit to me.
Yeah.
So just fucking moved place and all that kind of shit,
Yeah.
fucking getting everything ready, so no been in as much as I want to do.
Aye.
It's just kinda it's just been fucking just a bit of a bad time anyway.
Aye.
It'll be all good.
Yeah.
Back to normal in a week or two.
Once you get back, you're back to sparring. Fucking
All that shit, man.
body's healed up though, and you're good to go pretty much.
No, really fucking everything apart from this arm. I'm still
Aye.
alright, man.
That's worrying, man.
That is worrying. 100%.
You're gonna end up like fucking me 3 years later. Still, I'll be back in fucking a few months fighting MMA. 3 years later, I'm still getting at that.
I'm desperate to get on, but I just fucking I don't know if it's confidence. I probably did have an appointment at the hospital to go back and get an X-ray, and that's just I need to go back so they can X-ray it, just so that I can get peace of mind. So if they X-ray that now and say, look, all the bones healed, it's all good, you know what I mean? Then it'll give me peace of mind in my head that I can go back into sparring, start getting kicked in it again and stuff.
You got a date for that? Are they like?
That's what I'm saying. I think I maybe did have a date, but
You don't
I've
know,
lost
aye.
it, but I'm gonna have to phone them up and get
So
it again.
disorganised.
Yeah, I'm like, but see, it's just not right. Even at my work, see, like lifting sheets of plasterboard, swinging a hammer.
So they feel
Like,
right.
I'm fine swinging a hammer that way, but see if I turn the hammer and I'm trying to hammer up the way, but it's all on the actual brake.
Aye.
It's just no right. I've not got the same. And I'm gonna have to build it back up.
What about the wanking and that? Has that been alright?
It's not bad. I just get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Learn to work with the left.
Not bad.
Backhand
it's
under
How's,
leg.
how's your technique getting on with the left? Is it
It is what it is.
quicker? Quicker.
Fucking jerky.
Bit jerky.
Big jerky.
Nah, it's torture, man.
Aye.
It'll be. I'll be back to
Oh fuck it! That was the best thing about that tournament. I went to see one of the boys. I can't remember. I'm not going to name names, but there was one of the boys after it. His blood was there to watch him, and he was winning the match, right? And he ended up getting tapped for the weird guy, Dino, and he fucking took the worst tantrum I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen that.
Honestly, I was looking at him thinking, "Are you fucking for real?" Do you know what I mean? He, honestly, like his bird was lying comforting him, and do you know that way where his bird's sitting, like he's kind of sitting like in the fetal position, not even the fetal position.
fetal position?
Aye, he's just sitting at the side of the mat, kind of like just like this. Do you know what I mean? Like sitting with his arms, his legs in his arms, kind of like that, just like. Kind of sobbing a wee bit, and his missus has went, "It's okay, babe, and you'll get another chance," kind of thing. And he went, and he just started stomping his feet. He went, "No, get another chance!" And he just started like spazzing out. I thought, "Fuck!" I just couldn't stop looking at him. I was looking at him, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me on?"
You get guys like that in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, I was looking at him, like, "Are you fucking kidding me on here?" And he's actually stamping his feet like that. No, I want to win. This was my big chance.
That was my big moment.
Fucking hell, chill the fuck out, man. Do you know what I mean? If one thing's going to secure that you don't get a fucking chance, it's crying and taking a tantrum. Do you know what I mean? I'll never get when people do that. Like, I've had some shit stuff thrown my way before, whether it's decisions or whether it's like a bad referee decision, things like that. But see, if you take a tantrum, nobody's going to give a fuck. You just look like a clown. So the decision's already been made. So you're as well just carrying yourself with fucking a bit of respect. Otherwise, people are just going to laugh at you. Do you know what I mean? What you up to? You're looking.
It's on the right.
What's that?
Oh.
Cut out.
Aye, that cable's been put out.
When?
Oh shit.
Camera.
How long ago?
Not that long ago, man.
Shit.
I think the audio's still on though.
Ah, right, okay. So we've lost a bit of camera footage, but we're going to wrap it up at this anyway, I think. So.
Anyway,
I think so.
covered everything.
We'll get back on just to say bye-byes.
Right, okay. Alright, okay.
That's what you got to do the rest of the night now.
I'm going for food. We live.
Go for a bit of play.
Aye, we
Play
will play. Hopefully a wee bit playtime. Going to go for
How's the banking been going anyway lately, is it?
Right, okay. No, I've not been doing much yet.
I didn't like it when it's you in case Cat gets asked. Oh well, I've not been doing
I
much.
don't do that.
How's the motion going?
The motion's alright, to be honest. Not too bad.
Yeah?
The motion's perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What have you been watching lately?
Well, I've been watching whatever's on Shitey Freeview because I've still not got my Sky and
No,
stuff.
I mean on your phone and stuff, you know.
On my phone.
Mm-hmm. Still, you still quite like the teen section.
You know I'm a bit amateur shit.
Oh shit! I didn't realise you're still filming. Oh, well. Right, guys, take care. See you
You know I'm
after.
a bit amateur shit.